Hey folks, shooting a video this morning to show some of the albums I've been listening to. I'll probably do another video for 4 CDs later because I've got quite a stack of vinyl. The genres run from country to metal. Let's get started. This album is a compilation album. It has a lot of big country names on it. Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, Roy Clark. A lot of big names. Waylon Jennings, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Archie Campbell. A lot of big names. This is not a collection of patriotic songs. This has a number of it's just regular songs. I don't know why they came up with the Star Spangled Country title, except the only thing that makes sense is that it was because the album was designed to benefit a charity. It was on a label I've not seen before, the Spark label. It's kind of jarring. I guess this was put out in 1983. I guess we've come a long way since 1983. I'm not the most politically correct guy, but at the same time, there are certain terms I just don't like because they're hurtful. You know, the words, I guess, have just become so loaded over the years that they're just hurtful. So it's kind of shocking. I'm only going to say the word once just so you know what I'm talking about. But this album was designed to benefit the Association for Retarded Citizens of Tennessee. Yeah, we needed to find a better word for folks who have developmental issues regarding their mental health. I mean, it's just, and it's kind of shocking too, because on this particular album, when you look at the liner notes, there's this whole section. Well, first they've got the liner notes with a picture of kids, and then it goes on to talk about this association and repeat that same word over and over again. It's just kind of shocking to read that here in 2017. Like I said, I'm not the most politically correct guy, but come on, you know, we definitely needed to find better words and terms than that particular one. The next album, Hank Williams, Live at the Grand Ole Opry. This was a kind of a neat find. It's on the MGM label. It sounds like it's radio cuts, radio performances, live radio performances of Hank Williams Sr. Minnie Pearl is also on the album, and you can hear her do bits in there as well. A lot of her, she sounded like a very young lady and is flirting with Hank Williams Sr. So kind of cool. Then a gospel album from Charley Pride, Did You Think to Pray? Very cool album on RCA. This is a bluegrass album. Roy Clark, Family and Friends. I picked this up in a bargain bin for less than $1, and it's a wonderful album. ABC label. Very, very cool pickup. I picked this up out of a bargain bin as well. Buck Owens and his Buckaroos. Together again. My heart skips a beat. This album, let's see, I did not. Is on Capitol. Probably there were. I got this out of a bargain bin as well. Probably a little bit of surface noise on it, but not enough to detract me from being able to listen. Really enjoy that album. Some more Buck Owens. Dust on Mother's Bible. Love that cover. Now, I will admit, on this one, there was, again, it's on Capitol, there is some significant surface noise on that album. Great album, and what I really love about this album is that on a lot of gospel songs, artists tend to do a style that I guess they feel is more gospel oriented, but this felt like it was really done in the old Bakersfield style. He didn't really alter his sound a whole lot for this album, and I appreciate that. But yeah, this has some. It's not unlistenable, but it's got more surface noise than I would care. I think at some point, maybe even this weekend, I might attempt the wood glue method and see if I can't get a deeper clean. I generally use the yellow spin. What do they call that? The spin clean. I can't remember exactly. It's the typical yellow device. The next album, Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl. Very, very awesome album. What a band. In her hot band, she had Rodney Crowell and Ricky Skaggs. Wow. So, big Emmylou fan on Warner Brothers. Found this in a bargain bin as well. Well, let's try that one again. Phil Driscoll, Power of Praise. Driscoll's a trumpet player, and I would not put this into the category of jazz. It's just more kind of pop music. He's quite a player, but it's not jazz. But it's a praise album, and very cool pickup. This one, I went to a sale Saturday. It was for Memorial Day weekend. It was half price books, and they were doing 20% off. So I was picking up a lot of their dollar vinyl because it was 80 cents a piece. Was very happy to pick up Michael Card, Scandalin. I've got. This is the middle This is the middle chapter, or the middle project out of a Backwards trilogy. He did albums based on the death and resurrection of Christ, the life of Christ, and the birth of Christ, in that order. And I found the other two as well. I'm not showing them yet because I haven't actually given them a spin. The other two albums were called Known by the Scars, which was the death and resurrection, and then the final word, which was the birth of Christ. This Scandalon is the life of Christ, and an absolutely brilliant album. As theologically deep as any album, Christian album you'll ever hear. He is just amazing lyrics. At the same time, just the depth of the lyrics are maybe only surpassed by the beauty of the music. On Sparrow. This album also featured cellist John Catchings. Nothing really significant to see there. Alright, now we're going to go to some Southern blues rock. Found a couple new Grinder Switch albums. This one is Pulling Together. You can see the titles right there. Pulling Together. This one, Capricorn Records. And what I love about this album is it has both Drew Lumbar and Larry Howard. Both are gone, but great musicians. That's the first Grinder Switch album that I picked up. The second one, Have Band Will Travel. Again, this is kind of Southern blues rock. This one was on Robox Records. I guess Larry Howard had left the band by this time. He's not listed. He's not listed there. Drew Lumbar is still leading the band, I guess. Love Grinder Switch. Next album, Hager, Sean, Anderson, and Shreve. Through the Fire. I played this the other day, and man, it rocks. On Geffen Records. Just a wonderful hard rock album. Wonderful hard rock album. I guess I have really become a Sammy Hagar fan over the years. The Alarm, Strength. Love this album. Found this in a store for a reasonable price and had to snatch it up on IRS Records. Just tremendous project from The Alarm. That's what the back looks like. I guess this was their their sophomore album. Just tremendous. Knife Edge, Strength, Spirit of 76, Walk Forever by My Side, just a gorgeous song. Love The Alarm. Then the next two albums are from one of my all-time favorite bands, the 77s. This was their third album. They were, let's see, yeah, Island Records. The 77s are kind of a blues alternative band. You know, the influences on this band are many, and they show it. Their albums really are kind of reflects in their music. The blues influence is heavy in some spots. Then on other tracks they'll feel more alternative. But I've also heard songs that have had kind of a Beach Boys influence, and they just pull their sound from a lot of different sources. This is another 77s album. What it has in common with the previous album is that no title, so you know, but it wasn't. This was a controversial album. There's a song on here, and I've talked a little bit about that controversy before, but there was a song on here called "Pray Naked," and that's what this album's often referred to as "Pray Naked." So when Mike Rowe, I guess, wrote that song, he was just talking about praying earnestly. If you're going to pray before God, pray openly, honestly, transparently, naked, if you will. But I guess that was not something that was going to play well in Christian bookstores. So on the CD anyway, and I should have brought the CD in, but I've shown it once before. On the CD, you can see where in the track listing the song "Pray Naked" is kind of blocked out. Not so on this album. Let's see. It's kind of hard with the color font on here to see it, but right there, "Pray Naked," it's not blocked. I have to say, the picture on the back of this is an exceptional picture of the band, I think. And of course, the picture on front is quite funny too, with the three guys naked behind behind a picture of the 77s right here. This is a reissue that just came out this year. The original album came out somewhere in the early 90s, I think maybe 93, somewhere in there. There's the inner sleeve, or the gatefold, I'm sorry. This particular pressing did come on colored vinyl. I think there were a number of types of colored vinyl. When I picked mine up, they were getting kind of limited. I think they're sold out. This record is sold out now. So that was the particular style that was left. I guess I better hustle. This video's getting long. 3 more albums to show you. Rick Springfield, Souls. Fantastic album. RCA. I love his sound on this album. Not much to see on the back, but I really did dig his sound on this album. Of course, I think he had a ATV accident or some sort of accident and was physically unable to really tour to support the album, so it didn't really do much. Keel, The Right to Rock. When I bought this, well, I had to return a couple records because there were some problems with a couple records that I bought. So I exchanged them and picked up this one. I thought there was another Keel album there, and I had asked the owner if there was, and he said he didn't think so. And I said, well, that's a shame, because I really would have liked to have kept my purchase on an even keel. But that's okay. I appreciate having the right to rock. It's almost like having a license to keel. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and buy this. Highly recommended album. I know Metal Ron Haggerty is a big fan, and so is Ahmed, the dead terrorist. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll stop now, because now I'm just keeling time. And finally, Ultimatum, the new Puppets to Puppet of Destruction, the new repressing of Puppet of Destruction from Ultimatum. It's my final album on this particular video. It is on colored vinyl. It is a dark green and black Rocks logo, and of course the custom centerings. Very gorgeous album. From a very great band. And of course, I'm not sure why I'm showing all of this, because I'm sure this album will be very popular in videos all across the VC. But what a great poster. I will be framing that. The artwork was done by Andy of Andy's Vinyl Den. Just really cool. Now I've just got to try to get a hold of a copy of the Into the Pit poster to go with it. So, but that's it for this update, and appreciate you watching, and hope you're having a really great week. And I will probably see you soon with some CDs that I've been spinning. So have a good one, folks, and be talking to you soon.